You can't catch my wave.
Welcome back to TIAA Bank Field on the shores of the St. Johns River in Jacksonville, Florida. It's the Falcons in possession of the football as we rejoin the action in the first quarter. From the 45 on second down, Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get on the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Jaguars' 36-yard line.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 4th down.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Thompson.
Fuck.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with
Shit.
third down looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the carry, Thompson. Room here to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. They run with Thompson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Josh Lambo now for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he floats one there, incomplete.
On the fake extra point.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. You see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives to Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throw.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
For the Falcons.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
At the 44-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Falcons 21, Jaguars 12.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, again, they go with Armstead. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Jaguars. Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if got
his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Colin Johnson there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Gotta love the
Fuck,
catch.
my team is playing.
I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And
Fuck,
the
my team is
fun
playing like
become
animals.
A little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one. One-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up with Armstead. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, they go with Armstead. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
Fuck.
A lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They run it with Armstead. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Intended for Tyler Davis. Incomplete.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. And the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To throw is Baker. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on. First and 10. Baker to throw. And his pass incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Now Baker. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have broken our tie. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and you're guaranteed he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, kudos to the guys up front indeed. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd.
On play action, it's Dobbs.
33-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight. forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You didn't. I had to.
Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Armstead.
36-yard line.
And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 2.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. Here's Dobbs to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
That makes the score.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, he'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Shrugs him off. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raquel Armstead ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. 2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Tyler Davis, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 15.
This time they stay on the ground. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Tyler Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. From the gun, Dobbs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Falcons 28.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's... Coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. And pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Marlon Davidson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Now a toss to Armstead. And they'll work it in inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, Dobbs flushed, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 51 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They're like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 73 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Here's Smith to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. On first down, Downs to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
32-yard line.
This is Armstead on the carry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Buchanan made the tackle.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. A run here with Armstead. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll give it back to Armstead. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
The score, Jaguars 54.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and get... give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A first down carry for Smith. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space.
Taken down at the
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Dobbs. This one caught by Davis. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Running it with Armstead. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken. About a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk.
From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Well, it's time to turn the page to a new era in Indianapolis as the Colts are led out for the first time by their new quarterback, the veteran Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivers exchanging one shade of blue for another. How about 16 seasons with the Chargers? Totally identified with that franchise. Now we get to find out just how much life is left in that 38-year-old arm. And with the Colts, I think they'll have a great chance to establish a running game and throw the ball downfield.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Rivers now. They'll run the screen with Mack. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Not much there, only a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 7.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Rivers again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jaguars
from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. To the left side here for Eifert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Kaepernick's going to keep it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the Colts,
forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's good. We're on Jaguars.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. into the red zone now. Kaepernick steps away to his left. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. And Charles, we take a peek there at their recent draft class, and this definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 41.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This is Thompson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
It's a gain of 5.
On the carry, Thompson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They'll give him a yard. On the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here, but